Hi there, this is Elizabeth Sinclair. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Michigan, and what I'm going to do is 2 Christmas cards every week throughout the month of November. So if anybody wants to get started on their cards, we usually mail out the beginning of December, I presume. You got all these ideas, okay? Now, this is the first card I'm doing. With this, I'm going to be using the Merry, Bold, and Beautiful and Merry and Bright stamps and dies. Okay? I'm changing the colors up a little bit just to make a variety. This one I did in Blueberry Bushel. But there's many colors in these little lights, so I picked another one. Okay. We've got Flirty Flamingo here. Flirty Flamingo is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'm going to be doing this the horizontal way for this card. I also have a piece of basic white that is 2 1/2 by 3 1/2. No, 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. Hello. I write measurements to go by and then I read the wrong one. Okay, it goes right here. That way there's a little border on there. But we're not going to glue that because we've got this one that's 2 1/2 by 3 1/2. I'm going to have it peek on each side, so it's going to appear that I have a whole big sheet of it behind there. So what I'm going to do, since this is 3 1/2 long, I'm going to trim it with my buried trimmer here. And it doesn't matter really how much you trim, but alright, so this is 3 1/2 long, so I'll do, what's half of 3 1/2? 3, 2, 275? That don't look right. 175. Yeah. It's early for me. And I'm going to just slice it in half at 175. So I got 2 pieces. They don't have to be equal. You're just going to peek them out here. You can even cut them in half and make it even smaller if you want. Alright, so I'm going to do that. So what I'd really like to do is make them even. So I'm going to take my silicone mat here and I'm going to flip them over and put them here. I'll make sure they're right side up. Actually, it doesn't matter. Not on this one. And I'm going to line it up with my grid paper here. So put that straight. This is going to go 2 lines over, approximately in the middle here. And this one's going to go 2 little squares over too. Yeah, about there. Now, to make sure that that's going to stay there, I'm going to take a little dimensional and I'm going to tack it right there. And another one right there. Now, make sure I like it. I grab my glue. And we're going to put glue right here. Make sure I like it. 2, 2, yep. Now, pick up the little glue dots, or dimensionals. Oops, it's crooked. There. And we've got that. Now this, I'm going to put right on the card. And you know what, now I'm looking at it, I think I want to move them over just a tiny bit more in, because I don't want this to be any more than the entire card, right? Make sure that's even. Yep. Except for the fact one's higher than the other. Okay, I'm trying to come up with an idea to make them so that they match. I bet you have better ideas than this. That's good. So when I put it here, there's a little tiny bit of Flirty Flamingo on the edges, and it doesn't go past the card. Okay, so retrospect, one little box, not two. All right, I'm going to glue this on straight. Well, relatively straight at least. How did that get there? Okay, next I've got my little ornaments, and I should have a string. So it was nice to have a spare. There's a string. Since this card is more of a pastel, sort of, lighter, I'm using a lighter string too. So I'm gonna use that as my cord. I've got Flirty Flamingo, and I've got the yellow color that's in here, and I've got Lemon Lime. That yellow color that's in there is why am I not thinking of it? Crushed curry. Hello, crushed curry. All right. So we're gonna string these a little bit here. Here's one before the loop and two after the loop. And I'm going to put a little dab of glue to hold this, because I can see when I do one and then I go to do the others, you know what's going to happen. This is going to slide right off. So put a little dab of glue there. Actually, this is backwards. I'm going to go here. Actually, let's do a different one for this one. And I'm going to put a little glue in the back. Don't you get the feeling I'm learning as I go along? I did make this card already. Okay, so that's going to go there. I'm not going to put this down because it's got glue on the back. Let that loop show. And then I'm going to do these two. Actually, this is what this is great for, because nothing sticks to it. If you're in the middle of gluing something or trying to get something right, you lay it on here. You don't have to worry about it staying there. It'll come off real easy. All right, come on. It's not threading a needle. There. Okay. And we lay them on here. Now this I'm going to use some dimensionals, just a little bit, so makes it a little interesting. There's one. Because I the white paper I just glued right down, so Although, you know what? I need to bring them up a little higher because I have words coming. There, like that. And like that. And stay there. Like that. I'm going to put this a little bit there. Okay, and that one needs another one because I only put one on that one. There. So, oh, and those did. There. Then this little loop, I'm putting a little tiny bit of glue on so it stays. This one as well. I'm going to put a little bit of glue here so it stays. And then we're going to trim off the extra. And you know what? That's popping up, isn't it? There. So we've got that so far. That's the sentiment I have. I stamped that in Fleur de Flamingo. Have a merry and bright Christmas. Now, I don't like the way I had it before, so I'm going to go have a merry and bright Christmas like that so that you can read it. This is have a bright Merry Christmas. I don't know what I was thinking of. Like that. Except for the fact, gotta get them on the card. So I'm just gonna glue these on. It must be taking too long. My computer keeps falling asleep. Christmas. There we go. Here's our first Christmas card of the month. Just like that one, but in a different color scheme. If you're going to be making Christmas cards and you want to purchase any supplies, I'd love to have you as a customer. Or just sit back and enjoy my ideas. Thank you for watching.